Sleepy going in, lively coming out. They be wondering what we talking about.
Salute, 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 salute. Bow. What's happening, what it is. Salute everybody. Is Virgil Ortiz ready to take on Terrance, Bud, Crawford? Some people got Terrance Bud Crawford as pound for pound. Another topic, another video for another day. But here's what I got to say about Virgil Ortiz being ready to take on Terrance Bud Crawford. First, let me give you a little analogy. I remember growing up playing the Nintendo, the regular Nintendo. And the regular Nintendo, the games always standardly came with level 1, level 2, level 3, or easy, medium, and a hard level. I had a friend of mine, no matter what, he would never play past the medium level. He wouldn't play the hard level. And I would go and say, yo man, it's a hard level to play, right? And he would say, every time I play that, I lose. So he would like to just play the medium level and keep beating the game over and over and over. I could never do that. I had to challenge myself and play the hard level, whether I lost or not. I always felt like every time I lost at the hard level, it just made me better. The thing is, some people don't want to challenge themselves. They want things to be easy, medium, moderate, or comfortable. They don't want to take themselves out their comfort zone and strive to be great, because it takes too much. Now we all know, Virgil Ortiz is a young lion, a young pup, wet behind the ears, 23 years old. The same argument came up for Jerron Boots Ennis versus Terrance Bud Crawford, or Jerron Boots Ennis versus Errol Spence Jr. And a lot of people had the same argument. He's too young. He's too inexperienced. I remember listening to the radio before Teofimo Lopez fought against Vasily Lomachenko, and the people on the sports newscast was like, he's a little too young. I think he's a little too inexperienced. He's going to get beat by the more experienced veteran Lomachenko. And I said to myself, hey man, it's the Canelo effect. Saul Canelo Alvarez, when he fought Mayweather was at the tail end of his prime, and Canelo was still young and green and wet behind the ears. And he got a boxing clinic put on him. And he got a boxing lesson. You know what I'm saying? Easy work for Mayweather. But look what Canelo was able to do from that point on. Because honestly, Canelo is my pound for pound right now. Hands down, period, point blank. On my platform, that's really not up for debate. Canelo is my favorite fighter, and he's pound for pound right now. Wow. But he had to go through that loss to gain more experience. Some people, they rather stay fighting B-level competition and stay comfortable and content winning. Some people want to go up to that A-level, and don't matter if they win, lose, or draw. They know it'll make them better in the future. And while you're young, that's the perfect time to do that. So I thought Jerron Boots Ennis versus the Terrance Bud Crawford, or Jerron Boots Ennis versus Errol Spence would be a good fight. Win, lose, or draw, Jerron Boots Ennis would have became better. You know what I'm saying? He would have became better. Same thing with Virgil Ortiz. If he fights Terrance Bud Crawford and he takes a loss, in the future, he'll become better. The thing is, people say, well, this guy is too young to go up and fight. But at the same time, they'll say fighters don't want to let go of their O. Well, if he's too young, how is he going to gain the experience of fighting A-level competition if he never fights A-level competition? If he goes up and fights A-level competition and loses, he has A-level experience. He doesn't have an O. He doesn't have an undefeated record anymore, but he has that experience to take with him to the future. What if they would have said, well, terrible Terry Norris is too young and too inexperienced to fight the veteran Sugar Ray Leonard? Now, we know Sugar Ray Leonard wasn't in his prime, and he was, not as healthy as he could be because of recreational activity, but he still was the veteran with all the experience when he fought terrible Terry Norris, and he got beat pretty badly. What if they would have said Floyd Money Mayweather is too young and too inexperienced to fight a veteran, hard-nosed guy like Arturo Gatti? He's been in wars, and Mayweather was like, this dude can't fight. He's one-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? He's a domestic level, a pedestrian level brawler. I'm a boxer. He was younger. Arturo Gatti had the experience, and look what happened. Mayweather beat him up pretty badly. So you never know how it's going to go. I say for a guy like Virgil Ortiz, who's chasing greatness, because the only reason why he fought the Mean Machine, one of the reasons why he fought the Mean Machine, was because he wanted to make a statement. Terrance Bud Crawford beat the Mean Machine in 9 rounds, very impressively. And when you're chasing somebody, sometimes it's a good blueprint to follow behind and fight the guys they fight, but you have to beat them in dramatic fashion, or else it doesn't amount to anything. Like when Devin Haney was chasing after, not chasing after, but when Devin Haney was trying to show the world that he was better than Gervonta Tank Davis, he fought Gervonta Tank Davis leftovers, Yorioka Gamboa. If he would have beat Yorioka Gamboa more convincingly, more impressively than Tank, then the world would be asking a lot more for that fight to happen. Same thing with Devin Haney fighting Jorge Linares to show the world that he could beat Jorge Linares better than Lomachenko beat him. Same thing when Manny Pacquiao was chasing Floyd Money Mayweather, when he beat Oscar De La Hoya and Ricky Hatton, and when he beat Miguel Cotto. He beat them in a better, more dramatic fashion than Floyd Money Mayweather beat them. That's why the whole world wanted Manny Pacquiao to fight Floyd Mayweather, because they seen Floyd Mayweather fight De La Hoya. They seen Floyd Money Mayweather fight Miguel Cotto, and they seen how that fight went for him. And then they seen Manny Pacquiao come through and just obliterate the competition. Now they saying he's going to obliterate Mayweather. So that blueprint works when you do it the right way. Devin Haney didn't necessarily do it the right way, but Virgil Ortiz fighting the Mean Machine and fighting him and winning the way he did looks just as good, if not better, than the way Terrance Bud Crawford fought him and beat him. Hence, I don't think he's too young or too inexperienced to make a good statement and to make a good fight and make a good account of himself fighting Terrance Bud Crawford. It'll be a tough fight for both guys. I definitely am going to lean towards the veteran skills, the ambidextrous versatility dimensions of Terrance Bud Crawford. I favor him in that fight, but I think it only would experience Virgil Ortiz if he came out of that fight win, lose, or draw as a better boxer. That's my opinion on it. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Do y'all like things to be easy? Do you like things to be medium? Or do you like things to be hard and complicated?
Sleepy going in, lively coming out. They be wondering what we talking about.